This bill is a deal with the devil.
Big, beautiful bill, Medicaid cuts. I'm for it because I'm an able-bodied American citizen right now. I'm headed to work. I work at least 40 hours a week. I'm good with that. People need to stop just getting free benefits. If you can go to work, you need to go to work because we're tired of paying for everybody. So Medicaid cuts, we're here for it.
I have to choose my words very carefully right now. So you're tired of paying for everybody else, huh? Well, ma'am, I invite you to come to work with me. And you can tell my patients, these severely autistic children and adults who live in group homes now, that you are tired of paying for them. You can tell them that you don't care that they are nonverbal and unable to communicate basic needs to the people around them. And you can tell them that since you are verbal and able to communicate, that you are tired for paying for things like communication devices, that they don't deserve the help to be able to communicate as basic of needs as, I have to go to the bathroom. You can tell the medically fragile autistic patients that you are sick and tired of paying for somebody to help them maintain basic health. Explain to them that they'll have to suction their own trachs. Tell them, oh no, you're not getting any more free rides with diapers anymore. Shit on yourself. You can explain to them why they are most likely going to either be living in a homeless shelter or under a bridge, since either they don't have involved parents or their parents have already passed away. Because you're tired of their freeloading. You can tell my severely autistic patients that you're tired of paying for it and they don't deserve their helmets and their medications, therapeutic services, because they don't deserve a better quality of life. They don't deserve their recreational activities because God forbid they be integrated into a community. You can tell them that they will not get a single Christmas present because you are tired of paying for it. Many of them will die under bridges, and I cannot stop thinking about that.
We don't want to hear shit when you lose your Medicaid. We don't want to hear shit when you lose your SNAP. We don't want to hear shit from those states when FEMA doesn't show up for your tornadoes, hurricanes, and floods this year. We don't want to hear shit when you figure out that those tax breaks are not for you, but they're for the rich. We don't want to hear shit when you figure out that no tax on tips and overtime ain't even real. We don't want to hear shit when you figure out that he is increasing the debt ceiling by trillions of dollars, which is going to cost us a lot. Because we try to tell you. So you're excited about this bill passing? Just remember when all that shit happens to you to not open your fucking mouth.
So you wave the flag, chant the slogans, and cheer when it gets torn apart. But now, when the hospital bill lands on your lap, 10 times higher than your paycheck, you suddenly realize the very thing you voted against was the thing you needed most. So this isn't just irony, it's tragedy. And today we are diving into the heartbreaking reality of MAGA voters who rallied against affordable healthcare only to find themselves crying in regret, begging for the same protections they once cheered to destroy.
You will kill me! I'm HIV positive for 20 years! I have survived on my meds that are $10,000 a month! And really, you look at me, I'm from Youngstown, Ohio. How have you cut all these cuts? How the hell would I be able to shop that just more?
Did you guys see that woman talking about her father getting kicked out of the nursing home? Well, apparently the nursing homes are kicking out their Medicare patients. And she was like, why would they do that? And everyone in the comments was like, honey, this is what you voted for. This is Medicare cuts. This is the big, beautiful bill. And she was like, no, that's not it. Yes, it is. I work in skilled nursing. 90% of the residents that are in there, they are Medicare patients. These buildings stay open because of Medicare. They will close down. They will not care for your aging parents and grandparents for free. They will send them home to you. You will have to quit your job and stay home and take care of them. That means you're going to have to be the caregiver for your father, your husband, your kids. You're going to have to quit your job. You're going to do all this on half the income for your household. This economy is going to suffer greatly when these places start closing down. This is one of the reasons, this is the main reason why I did not want to rely on the U.S. for my income while I'm living abroad. The economy here is bound to crash. When you cut Medicare like that and these places close, a lot of people are going to lose their jobs. The dollar is going to suffer. There is no forethought with these people. They have no idea what is happening.
The golden age of America is upon us. We are in the golden age. It's going to be a period of time, the likes of which I don't think this country has ever experienced before. We're going to make America great again, and it's happening very fast. We love you. We thank you for being here.
Healthcare in America has never just been a policy debate. It's life or death. But for years, MAGA politicians sold a fantasy, the so-called Big Beautiful Bill that was promised to replace Obamacare. Remember that. So the shiny replacement that never actually existed, well, many believed it. They believed it so hard that they voted to gut protections, roll back coverage, and even strip away affordable options. And here's where the cruel twist comes in. Those very same voters are now discovering what it feels like to be left behind by the system they cheered to dismantle. Picture this. A farmer in rural Kentucky who voted straight red down the ballot because he thought it would save him from government handouts. He's now staring at $20,000 hospital bill after heart attack. Or the mother in Texas who chanted repel and replace, now watching her child's insulin costs skyrocket because the protections for pre-existing conditions were weakened. So what's happening is not just regret, it's a reckoning situation. And for years, Americans were told that healthcare reform was about freedom, about fighting socialism, about keeping government out of their lives. But what they weren't told is that without those safeguards, the very freedom they were promised would vanish the moment they got sick. Because when you can't afford to see a doctor, you're not free. When a single prescription empties your bank account, you're not free. And now, MAGA voters are learning this the hard way, because many are on social media crying, I don't know, this would affect me, and stories like that. And I thought Obamacare was for someone else. I thought Medicaid was for the lazy, not me. But illness doesn't care about politics. Cancer doesn't care who voted for who. A stroke won't ask if you chanted build the wall before it strikes. The truth is painful. They voted against their own safety net. They handed the healthcare over to politicians who only cared about the optics of destroying Obama's legacy, not about the lives of their own voters. And now, these same politicians are nowhere to be found while their constituents drown in medical debt. So it's a very cruel irony, because MAGA America once laughed at the phrase, if you like your plan, you can keep it. But today, many can't even afford a plan at all. They traded in flawed but functional system for empty promises. And now the price is being paid in bankruptcies, broken families, and even lost lives. So the question becomes, at what point does regret turn into accountability? How many more votes or voters have to lose their homes, their savings, and even their loved ones before they realize they were conned? So healthcare was never a passion luxury. It was and is a basic human need. And until America learns that lesson, this cycle of regret will keep repeating itself.